like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I just stay in my lane. I just stay in my lane. All day too much. I just stay in my lane. I just stay. Cause I'm a whole damn vibe, get your mood right. Ay. If you get down with that, then you alright. And I got Tree in the back if you in it.
Nature Boy has a pretrial hearing coming up on 6/29/2023, which is in person. I'm reaching out to you guys today to ask if you can donate $1 or more to me being able to attend the pretrial in person in Georgia. I live in North Carolina, and I would take the Greyhound bus down to Georgia, stay in a reasonable price hotel for one night, and attend the trial and provide you guys with boots on the ground updates. So please, if you can, donate. My Cash App is here in the video.
Three God, aka Nature Boy, aka Legio, or BK Legio, his goddesses. Thank you, ladies, first and foremost, for taking your time to even speak with us. Again, this conversation was supposed to be had with Nature Boy on the line as well. But
So, y'all, we all know why Nature Boy was not able to make it to this interview. It's because his privileges were revoked. All videos, phone calls, and physical visits. So while they planned to have him present, the state of Georgia had another idea in mind, and they dropped the hammer.
I want y'all to introduce yourselves. If y'all could just go down the line and just kind of let us know who you are.
Okay. Peace, I'm Goddess Ephraim.
Peace, I'm Goddess Zoka.
I'm Queen Malia. Peace.
And I am Goddess Aya.
And ladies, thank you again. First and foremost, before we even get started, how are you guys doing? How are your spirits right now? Just how are you feeling, even coming into this phone call?
Well, we're fighting, especially against some very serious but false accusations at this moment. And it is something that has put our family under a lot of stress at this moment, but we remain optimistic and positive that the truth will eventually come to the light.
Right.
Yes.
Period.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that this process has been very stressful. It's been a year and 1 month since Eligio has been falsely, accused of these charges and been away from his family. And it has been very stressful, especially since, he didn't do anything.
All right, y'all, if there are any of you right now who are watching this video and are like, I don't want to hear you talking, Medea, you can actually watch the full interview. I've added the link to the description of this video, so you could just go click on the link and watch the full length video without any interruption. But I'm jumping in here because it just amazes me that they are still standing strong and defending Three God and pushing Three. And I just want to say I appreciate everybody who's already donated to me going to the pretrial. I appreciate you guys so much. We're currently at $55, y'all.
The world knows that he's innocent from these charges. So we're thankful to be here to, shed light on the truth. Because that's what we're, what our goal, what our objective is to just shed light on everything and speak the truth. So I'm thankful.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And we are thankful for you allowing us to come onto your platform and giving us the opportunity to speak our truth and to put that truth out there so that more people will be aware. And if anyone who is watching this live may know of, resources or things that could help us, because we are being maliciously prosecuted.
Yes,
at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I know that I know you haven't shared the malicious prosecution yet on your channel.
We hope you do.
We hope that you do.
Yeah.
But if you go to our social media, our Instagram and our YouTube, if you go there, you will be directed to see all of the corruption within the DeKalb County Police Department, what we have been going through. You will clearly see that all of these allegations are clearly false.
Yeah.
So Goddess F. Rue put together a very well video. It's very
Yes.
clear, straight to the point. You'll be able to know exactly what's going on.
The video that Aya is referring to is the malicious prosecution video that Efru put together with little tidbits of the state's discovery included. That is what actually, in my opinion, kicked off the gag order.
What were the charges that are being, that he's being held on? Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Falsely. What are the?
Falsely accused, maliciously. This is a malicious prosecution. False imprisonment, and 3 counts of prohibition on nude, which were false.
Yeah.
The alleged victim never said anything about. She was coerced by
Chantel Coleman,
also known as the T. This is her real name. Yeah. She put her name out there as Alice Castor, but that's not her name. Her name is Chantel Coleman, the T, who coerced her to say what she never said. Every single video, if you watched it, she said, "We made love."
Yeah.
We made love. Yeah. This is a malicious prosecution. The detectives are involved. The prosecutor is involved. Detective Gregory Moore, Detective Panosium, Monica Panosium, and what is the prosecutor? Tabitha are all included in this malicious prosecution. And we're still, in this moment, fighting. And the judge, Stacey Hydra. We are in this process, still fighting these alleged charges.
I don't think it's a good idea for them to be calling out people's legal names on social media platforms. You never know. So there could be a Nature Boy fanatic that takes it upon themselves to attack and or harass the individuals that they're naming.
False charges. And we just need some help, some assistance from anyone that just can help us.
Yes.
We have everything that we need, but if anybody sees anything that they can do to help, that's all we asking for. We talking about these charges. We don't talk about anything else that goes against these charges. If it doesn't help and it doesn't aid in our helping to help these charges, we don't want to talk about it. We don't. And as you can see, our family has been going through a lot. This is very stressful on Mr. Bishop and his family, because this is keep happening. We've been swatted multiple times. In every single country we've been in, we've been swatted.
Right.
And they've investigated in these countries and they found nothing. But when we got to the States, they got all of these critics and these people calling up to the jail. As you see, all in these police reports that's in the video that Goddess F. Rue did. I'm grateful. Thank you.
First of all, Nature Boy doxed himself when they came back to the U.S. and were living in that house in Georgia. He actually put his home address out online and said that he was opening himself up for visits. So everybody knew where he was. Didn't nobody have to dox him. Additionally, the person making those phone calls is Niza. You could recognize her voice.
She put together a well-organized video that is simply explained. This is a malicious prosecution, and we need this video to be posted and out.
Yes.
We don't need to be for y'all to wait. We need this to be out because this is wrong.
Yeah.
And this is not just happening to Eligio. This is happening to everyone. He just has family behind him that's able to speak up on his behalf.
Pyramid.
While they play with him.
He was supposed to be on this call today. Can y'all explain as far as why he was unable to make this appearance today?
The same reason why he is incarcerated today in the DeKalb County Jail is because of online critics. They call the cops, say false, horrible things that is lies. Constantly for the past 6 years, he has been on his journey of spirituality and teaching, knowledge of self.
And that's it. Talk about being in tune with the universe and nature. And these people twist and turn our words and make it seem like it's horrible.
Now, Malia. Malia's the one that's talking, y'all. Do y'all remember, for all of my OGs, do y'all remember that time Nature Boy put his foot on her head? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that time in the house in Georgia when she wanted to leave and he ran up the stairs, ran up on her with the women? I can't believe that they're actually sitting here and defending him when they have experienced abuse at his hands. All of them.
We're not horrible people. We're just teaching about science and knowledge of self. And these people take it and taunt it and make it look like we're bad people, but they're the bad people. They're projecting their evil onto us.
Period.
And we're going to stop to it by being on your platform.
Yeah, the truth
Definitely.
is,
So
it's because
you
it's
feel-
gone too far. It's gone too far with the trolls, and it's gone too far. This is our life. You're playing with these are real people lives. Like he's in jail for a year for what someone said. A woman said something out of her mouth, and he can be incarcerated for a year off of that. That's off. You should question the jurisdiction and the reality of what world we're living in.
All right, so Zoka, aka Jayon, is questioning the jurisdiction. I feel strongly that these ladies and Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, should just be quiet. Allow this case to play out in a court of law, because ultimately that is where it will be decided by a jury of Eligio's peers, not in the court of public opinion.
That's not right, and he's been denied a speedy trial, which is his constitutional right, by a public pretender. She's not trying to help him. She's trying to make sure that the prosecutor get her check and she get her check.
This is not right.
So
Yeah,
yes. And that's the thing. When we went to our bond hearing on June 2nd that just passed, we had a file for out of time speedy trial, because recently when he was first incarcerated, he had a public defender. He told this public defender, he said, I want a speedy trial.
Exactly.
This same public defender said, no, I'm not going to put it in. So we continually reached out to her to stress to her the importance of her putting in this speedy trial, because it is his right to have a speedy trial.
Right.
Of course, she still denied, and she put in the wrong one.
Okay, Aya, aka Porsche, I have to actually interject here, because Nature Boy said that he filed the wrong form, not the public defender. The public defender said that she refused to file it because it was not in his best interest.
And she did come. We did get subpoenaed her to testify, and she told the judge the truth. She said, yes, I denied putting in the proper speedy trial for him. But the judge still denied his speedy trial.
Right.
And so what we're looking at here is we're looking at a person's humanly rights being violated.
Yes.
And I know that this happens all across the world, worldwide, where the justice system is not just and it is not fair.
Right.
If you could be incarcerated for a year for just because someone said something, or someone said that you did something without properly investigating, that's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
And for you to be held and denied certain privileges that are human rights, that's not right.
It's not.
And it's not right at all. And we are here to stand up for his right and the rights of others who are victims to this justice system. Right now, he doesn't have a public defender. He's represented by his attorney, which has done a very good job at helping us get to where we are now.
Y'all, you know what I want to know? I want to know how their attorney feels about them releasing the discovery. Like, do y'all think she's in on it? Or do y'all think that she's somewhere punching the air and just saying a whole bunch of profanity right at this very moment? Because they are making her job that much harder to defend him with all of the laws that they continue to break.
Yeah.
So she's helped us a lot, tremendously.
Has anyone come out to question you guys, or you ladies, I'm sorry, in regards to this scenario?
No.
No.
Now, why would the prosecution reach out to any of them for any testimony? They are already aware that these women are under his control. Remember the drone situation? The prosecution is well aware that they're not going to get the truth from them. Not at all. One thing about me, y'all, I'm going to call it like I see it.
That they took us into questioning to their headquarters. We were all detained. They never asked us anything about this case. Never. Only questions about nothing else but me and Mr. Bishop's relationship. That's it. Yeah. They never asked us anything about the case.
No.
Never. They all took us in and questioned us, but never asked us about the case.
Yeah, it was a straight setup.
Yeah,
They separated the men outside, put the women inside, and then arrested all of us. And we went to the station, and everyone was in a cop car individually. Mm-hmm. Everyone was set in a separate room individually. And then they never came in and questioned you. They never came in and asked no questions. Only people they asked questions to was Gadazoka and Queen Malia. And what they said was, "What would you do without him?"
That's it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so this whole prosecution, it wasn't done properly.
No.
The alleged victim just goes up. She didn't even do it. She was coerced to even talk to the detectives. And even when she did talk to the detectives, she never said that her and Mr. Bishop. Mm-hmm. She continuously stated that they made love.
Yes.
And if you're going to do an investigation on charges with this much severity, you should take the time to get all perspectives. Right. That's how you know it was malicious. If you go to the malicious prosecution video, when we talk about the detective's intent, the detective even mentions that he's been trying to get Mr. Bishop for a while now. He's been watching videos. He's been watching the trolls, the online critic videos. Our king, Eligio, he has 3-hour-long videos teaching. They will get 1 minute of a video and twist it and turn it into something negative. And they send all these videos to the police everywhere we go. We've been to Mexico. We've been to Nicaragua. We've been to Puerto Rico. We've been to Panama. They find a little piece of our home. They will find our location. And they will send these videos to the police wherever we are. And then the police come SWAT us. Big guns running down on us. Mm-hmm. Take us to get investigated. They never find nothing. We always leave. And we always clear.
But this proper investigation. They have psychologists. They do proper investigation. Yes. They sit down and talk to every single person and ask every single person, "Are you okay? Are you fine? Everything goes on well here?" And everyone lets us go, and everybody is fine. And it's clearly in the video. Every single other day, they're coming to the home asking questions. Are we okay? They're leaving smiling because they're like, everything is fine in these people's home. Why y'all harassing them? Yeah. Leave them alone. We can't go to these people's house every other day harassing them. Yeah. Ain't nothing's going on, ma'am. We just went to the house. The police said we just went to the house.
Right. Yeah. That's in the malicious prosecution video too. It's exclusive footage of police body cams. It shows all of that. It shows the online critics calling the police, saying off the wall things, just trying to get the police to come and get him removed. Like, that's their objective. That's something that we've been constantly going through.
Right. And everything in this video is the prosecutor's discovery.
Right.
Oh. It ain't our evidence. It's their evidence is working for us because they ain't got nothing. Exactly. They're trying to find something. They're trying to make an innocent black man a criminal when he's not.
And they only got the alleged victim's side. They never talked to anybody else. Like, we were there.
Witnesses.
We were witnesses. They never talked to us or asked us anything. After we left that police station, they took us all back except for Eligio. And then we seen the arrest warrant said rape and all the charges. We like, what? She said that they made love. This video, the interview she does with Chantel Coleman, one of Eligio's biggest harassers online, who actually wrote the victim's statement and who is in constant communication with the DA, sending her negative videos. She is behind all this, really.
Now, I highly doubt that the state of Georgia is going to invest their time, money, investigative efforts, search warrants, police time, and all of that because of the tea. I know they want to say that she's the main reason why this is happening, but I don't believe so. I can't really co-sign that one.
She's coercing her. And
So
these are the only people that they've been talking to, not us, just the online critics, the people who, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Everybody that come on y'all channel who know Eligio, they on your channel because they touched him.
Pyramid.
So that everybody feeding off of his energy. And it's not right because you playing with somebody's life. It's been a year and 1 month. He been away. He ain't do nothing. Because people want to play with somebody's life. And that's not right. We tried to do it the lawful way. We tried to go through the jurisdiction, put in a speedy trial, get the charges dropped, but they keep denying our shit because they have a personal vendetta against him. They feel some type of way about a black man with a lot of power.
Pyramid. All he do is talk. All he do is talk, and why he got so much backlash and so much people that's upright in a fit. All he's doing is convicting your spirit. All he's doing is telling you the truth about yourself and the reality what you're living in. You got to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, "What? Damn, why am I so uptight about this man?"
And even in the chat, just haters.
I know him for 5 years.
3 years.
I've known him for 3 years.
5 years.
And now you just mentioned the people who are in an uproar about him. Do you feel those people are out to, like, again, there's powers that be that are out to just basically prosecute him and just falsely accuse him of these accusations just because of a personal vendetta?
It is
Yes. He's a spiritual online teacher. He speaks truth, and the truth that he speaks, it just convicts people. And when the people get convicted, they get vindictive. They want to do evil things. They want to say evil things about him. They want to go to police and report instances on him that never even happened. It's just something that they said and that convicted them. So they're going to go to the police and say these evil things to the police. What never happened. He's an online spiritual teacher. He is a really caring and loving person. He's very understanding. He's very loving. He's very kind. He's never done anything to no one. Yeah. People project their fears and their doubts and their insecurities onto him.
Yeah.
So y'all, I hope you guys are enjoying this video and my commentary so far. I want to know what you guys think of this interview and how the ladies presented Eligio and, their situation. Please comment. Y'all know I'm here for the comments.
Pyramid.
That's it. That's facts. And you know what? They do have a personal vendetta. Everybody, first of all, the online critics get paid. These people are getting paid money, okay? People getting paid money to make these videos and hate and just troll him and bash his name. People who leave his life, they able to get this clout online, this internet. They on here on this internet. They like all the attention that they getting from if they just, if I turn on him and I say this, and this happened and I spread these lies about him, all these people are gonna give me this attention. Yeah. So people are feeding off of that. The alleged victim, she wanted to be queen. She wanted this.
I wish they would stop saying that. She wanted to be queen. Queen of what? Queen of what, really?
Position. She wanted to be queen. If you go to the malicious prosecution video on Nature Boy TV, you will see the motive of the detectives, you will see the motive of the online critics, and you will see the motive of the alleged victim. And it's clear. And not only did she want to be queen, Chantel Coleman is paying, she is actually paying the alleged victim to do this. Her family is getting money from her to do this, to continue on with this. She's getting attention. Everybody's getting attention to continue on with this lie.
Yes.
No, of course not.
And we just want to talk about the basic principles. We don't want to talk about nobody. We just talking about the truth and how it's all set up in the lie. You know what I mean? Like the setup. They set him up, and we just want to shed light on that. I don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about nobody specifically.
No.
We ain't in communication with nobody. We just speaking the truth and shedding light on what's going on and what we've been going through.
How often do y'all talk with Aaliyah?
We talk every day.
That has changed since the gag order went into effect. So I'm sure they're not talking to him every day anymore. I wonder what it's like for them to have these moments by themselves now. I wonder what they're doing with their time now.
Every day.
What kind of just support are y'all giving him in regards to just being, still on the outside, him being on the inside, as far as, just his day to day? What kind of support are y'all giving him right now?
We just his support, his strength.
Right.
Yeah, we
Emotional
take care
support.
of everything because we are a family.
Exactly.
So we take care of the household, making sure that everything is held together, and he's taking care for
lawyers,
emotionally,
commissary,
all of that.
phone calls,
Photos every week.
day.
We send him photos every week.
Make sure we call up there his visits.
Yes.
Wellness checks.
Everything.
Making sure he's getting his commissary.
Everything.
Yes.
Making sure he's getting the right accommodations while he's there.
Yeah. Also,
Yes.
posting on his social media. We still posting the knowledge on Instagram, on YouTube. We've been over that, and just making sure we continue our mission. And even though we're going through a trial, even though we're going through an obstacle, we still standing firm in what we believe in. We believe in the truth.
Yeah.
So we constantly putting that out, constantly putting out downloads from Eligio, and just being
Support him
consistent
in
every way we can. We just
being loyal.
Definitely. I see that you have right in front of you guys. Was that like a shrine or?
Yes, this is our shrine.
Altar.
Did y'all hear Efru say, yes, it's our altar? You know what an altar is, y'all? That's deep. They got a whole altar for Nature Boy.
Wait, what was that last part that cut out?
Is there anything outside of the prosecutor's evidence that's in the video that you've sent us that you, of course, want the world to see?
Oh yes. In the beginning, we talk about swatting. We explain what swatting is. When people making prank calls to the police so they can go to a particular address. And we show all the times we have been swatted in these countries, these Spanish-speaking countries. And then we go into how they try to do it in Atlanta, DeKalb County. And we go into the phone calls of the online critics that they calling the police.
And that they failed to swat him, and then they got the alleged victim. Yes,
we showed the alleged victim's initial police report where she didn't say anything about rape or false imprisonment. Then we showed the interview she does with Chantel Coleman, the T on YouTube, where she's being coerced. After she said that she made love, Chantel Coleman is like, you were sexually abused. You should press charges. You should go to the authorities and all of this. And then a week later, she calls the police again, making another charge.
After this coercion.
When she already did a police report. And then we go into the motive of everybody. And we show the arrest, everything that happened. And then we just explain the whole situation, how it happened. And everybody,
We didn't.
Well, Three God looked out the window and he said, I feel something.
Yeah, he was feeling it more so.
That's all he did. And then they came down and shut the house down and arrested him.
So just to be clear, were there any crimes going on that you feel that were happening? And of course, I don't want you to,
No,
mess anything up. But
No, we know crimes was going on.
If speaking is a crime,
Exactly.
that's the only freaking crime that was committed, was speaking.
If it's a crime to be loud, passionate, intelligent, wise, if that's a crime, then okay. But when it comes to these charges or
No.
any other crimes or any other charges or any other allegations that people are saying, which is just gossip and hearsay, that's totally inaccurate. It is false. Everybody who knows him knows very well that he does not break any laws. He's 41. He's 41.
Never been convicted of a felony.
Black male in America who has never been convicted of any felonies whatsoever. He always tells people to follow the rules. He wouldn't tell nobody to do anything like that.
And in the malicious prosecution, you will see how cooperative he is when he is being taken every time.
Even in all of the swatting videos, he always is
He
cooperating.
commends all of the officers every single time. They're doing an
Yeah.
amazing job. They're doing a good job. He's always commended every officer. He's never going against their force.
Y'all, now y'all know, ain't nobody gonna go against the police. They have guns and you don't, and they're not afraid to shoot. So, like, your compliance is definitely encouraged. Like, they're acting like he did something so amazing by being cooperative with the law. I think unless there's like some type of mental health issue, most people actually do cooperate with law enforcement.
Or anything. He's just following all of the rules. And you'll see that in every video.
That whole year, we probably were swatted 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh,
A
wow.
day.
Yes.
Yeah, we would
Oh,
look
wow.
out the window and see the police pulling up like
Yes.
clockwork.
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Every day. We're prepared to fight.
Exactly.
We're prepared to stand firm in our judgment. We're prepared to stand firm and speak up and continue to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
We're
we
gonna be
can.
here till the end.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing else to do. This is our family. Like, we solid in what we stand in. We loyal. Like, we all we got. Ain't
Period.
nothing else. We ain't no doing nothing else while Eligio, our king, our family is in
It's locked
jail.
up.
Nah,
It's nothing to do.
that's not the way to move. That's not the way to live. That's not even our heart.
That's not even moral ethical codes.
Yeah, you live by codes. You live by things that you do unto others as you would like to do unto yourself. So if you was in this predicament, in this situation, what would you want somebody to do
You
for
will
you?
want your family to stay down and stay loyal and help you out while you down and out.
Period.
So
Yeah,
whatever they
exactly.
try to do in the jurisdiction, we gonna do whatever we can to make it speed up. And
Yeah.
that's why we get on this platform too, so it can reach the right ears. So
Exactly.
if anybody knows any information and is interested in helping us, then we are open to receive that.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Yes.
Exactly.
We have
Yes.
many people who will speak up in his defense.
Yeah, we have a lot of it's a lot of haters, but there's a lot of people who got our back too, who love us and support us.
Yeah.
I think that he would have said he's an innocent man,
Mhm.
that he wants you to take a look at this video
Exactly.
and see what is happening to him.
Mhm.
And he would just want everybody to take a look at it.
Mhm.
Just look at the video.
How he's been
It's
wrongfully
right
done.
there. He's being done wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody knows already that he wouldn't do that. He has. It is a million girls that want him. He don't have to do anything against nobody. He don't have to do none of that. None of that. So he would want you to know that.
I think he will
are there
also
any-
I think he will also want everyone to know is that the DA actually offered to drop the rape charge, which is the main charge. So it's questionable why he's still in there, because
Right.
obviously, thankful that we found the right attorney. He's been not represented really good for defending his constitutional rights, but now that we got a good lawyer finally, she's been talking to the prosecutor and they actually offered to drop it, which is the main charge. And I think he will also want to say that even though a lot of people are bashing his name online,
Still
spreading
give everybody
lies.
love.
He loves you and he forgives you and he don't have no malice towards nobody because that's just not who he is. That's not his heart.
To add real quick to what Goddess Ephraim said about the offer that was dealt by the prosecutor. For one to be indicted, right? Tabitha Hasmino indicted Eligio Bishop on the 89th day. You're supposed to have sufficient evidence, no doubt that this man is guilty for you to be indicted. And for you to drop that case and drop that charge for the rape charge and drop it, what was the indictment for anyway? He should have never been indicted.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have been arrested.
He shouldn't have been arrested.
Period.
Yeah,
Because
go ahead.
if you watch, this video is very important. This malicious prosecution video is very important
Yes.
because, and I really hope y'all post it after this, and then
Yes.
Eligio can come in and build on it because
Yes.
this video is very important for people to see. Because we play the alleged victim's interview she does with Detective Moore and Detective Panosium. She said they made love 3 times. She said she gave it to him because she has feelings for him. But in the arrest warrant, the warrant that actually gets you arrested, it says he forced himself onto her. He pulled her in the room.
Mind you, they wrote that affidavit up.
They
to
wrote
get him
that
arrested.
themselves.
They wrote he
But
was
the alleged
angry.
victim never said that out her mouth.
They
No.
wrote that they
Y'all, now they really want us to believe that they went through all of those materials and did not find one instance where the alleged victim indicated that there was a, R word that occurred. They're trying to tell us that. I can't see that. I can't see the state bringing that charge and they have absolutely no evidence. I think they're actually trying to push a narrative in the court of public opinion. And again, I will say it. This case will be decided by a jury of Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three Gods Pairs, unless he cops a plea.
self.
Should
They make
should
up
should
because
should
they
Nature
have a
Boy should Nature Boy like take the stand in his own trial if once it gets there? Do y'all feel?
I think that whatever works best, that's what's going to happen in this case.
Yeah. I want to ask as far as how much time is he supposed to be facing with these particular charges that they falsely, like you said, they falsely put on him?
Because this is one of the 7 deadly sins that you go to jail is a capital offense. He could be possibly facing life, which is why it's so important for this to be properly investigated. When we took a look into the discovery, we saw that the investigation was very one-sided. And for it to be such a serious charge, you would think that the detectives would ask more questions. You would think that they would break more into the case because this is something that is going to affect his life. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, especially being convicted of these charges, but there was no improper investigation done at all.
No.
Understandable.
And for
Go
the
ahead.
charge that they was going to drop, they was going to give him a drop charge, keep the false imprisonment, and give him 7 to 10 years.
Hell no.
Hell no, we'll
But
fight
some
the
shit
case.
he didn't do. Please,
No.
fuck out of here.
We taking no deal.
No.
Take
That
the
was
trial.
a prosecutor's deal.
Mind you, everybody already knows about the
This
T's
big
in
deal.
Chantel Coleman's interview about her saying that he would never treat me like this.
Yep.
So she knows that he would never treat her no type of ill kind of way. She already knows that. And everybody clearly could see that. Everybody who has been following this story, seen how her behavior and seen the bullshit that was going on and how he was always trying to tell her, let me give you some advice from a real one. Just come over here and sit down. You won't have to go through these problems and issues that you have.
Real.
But yet, he's not responsible for other people's mistakes. There's many people who've been a part of our family and have left, and you have seen that they have made decisions that is kind of questionable
It
about
had
their
nothing to do with-
character. Like they've it looks foolish. You know what I'm saying? The decisions that they made online, publicly. And he doesn't have nothing to do with that. He don't have nothing to do. He was actually saving these people from destroying themselves.
Yeah.
And clearly we can see it now. We can clearly see it. It
Yes,
will.
it will. Absolutely.
It will.
Yes. A&E is actually covering this case. BBC were attempting. They're big broadcasting companies that's actually covering it, and we just want to keep putting it out and make it go as big as it can.
Yes.
Yes. Have y'all tried to start as far as like a GoFundMe or any type of fundraiser to help his attorney fees and things like that?
Well, we haven't started the GoFundMe just yet, but we do have a Cash App that everybody can donate to help with this cost, because it does get costly.
We pay a lot of money every month, $1,500 a month
For a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our Cash App is 3 LIGIO 13 ISHOP. That's our Cash App, and we are also posting it into the comment thread right now.
Now, I just have to ask, because I'm just curious, if things, for whatever reason, and you know, I probably won't even need to speak into existence, if it doesn't go your way for whatever reason, do y'all have like backup plans,
No.
ways?
Hell no.
It's gonna go our way.
No, and it's gonna go our way.
Yes.
Period.
Okay.
Ain't no other way but this way.
Positive energy, positive thoughts. As far as if is there anything that Leo is needing that the world may need to know, like that they could probably, if there's anything that they could be doing on the outside, if you could speak to anybody, is there anything that he's needing, like maybe people to come forward, like you just gave the Cash App, is there anything that he's needing in regards?
Yeah. If you have any information on like civil attorneys, any type of attorneys, pro bono, whatever evidence or information that you may have, even if some people may have certain things that we may not have seen. Like I know that there's a lot of people who come forward with certain things that could help us in this case, like videos or information that they may think we could need to help us fight this case. Like any information, any and all is very helpful. And our I gave you the Cash App, our Instagram page. We answer all of our messages there. If you want to drop one on the YouTube link, any way that you try to get in contact with us, we're going to make sure that we're open to receive the information and continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Is the lead prosecutor a woman? Is the judge a woman?
Yes, they're all women.
All women.
Except for one, but mostly women.
Yeah, all black women by that.
Okay. So there's no real, I mean not real, but there's no men in this scenario as far as judge, defense attorney, prosecutor. There's no men kind of.
One detective, yes, the detective that said that we need to get this guy jammed up. He needs to go to jail and be put in prison. Yes, Detective Moore, Gregory Moore. He's the male in there. Of course, there are male, officers on there, investigators, detectives, whatever the case may be, male and women. But the main judge and prosecutors, they're women.
As far as the detectives, do y'all feel like with some bad police work happening, lackluster, like they're not doing enough, or they did enough and put their energy in the wrong place?
No, I think they didn't do anything.
They didn't do no proper investigation.
It's not a proper investigation when you only have interviews from the alleged victim's side. How do you detain 15 people that were there, but don't ask them no questions and you don't have any interviews from them? You even in the questioning of the alleged victim, you don't ask her any more details as to what happened.
Right.
Like when you say, okay, well, he pulled me into the room. Well, did he grab your arm?
Right.
Was he that? There was no questioning of there was no kind of questioning. It's not even wanting to know a little bit. Once they just got her in there to ask her questions. When she told them that they make love, they're like, oh, well, what about?
Did you ever say no? And he said, "Did you ever say no?" And she was like, "Yeah, I mean, I said no." And he said, "Do you really want to go?" And I just started crying in his arms. It's like, and they just take that. They already in their mind, they've been watching him. They goal is to already get him, jam him up. The detective says, "Oh, he needs to be in prison. He needs to do this." He not listening to what she's saying.
He's happy
He
he got
just
a
like-
case. He happy that he's able to put something
have-
on
if you
Alicia
don't-
Bishop.
That part.
If we ain't got you, we ain't got nothing. That's what
Come
he
on.
told the alleged
Yes.
victim. If we don't got you, we ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this guy jammed up.
So they knew from the start that they didn't have anything.
So her going into questioning, they already had a perspective about him already as she's going in there. So their mind is already made up that they're about to lock him up for false charges. They already had it in their mind. They just needed somebody to go in and testify and lie so they could lock him up. Because mind you, they've been doing this investigation for a very long time. People have been calling up there for a very long time, but they couldn't really get him on nothing solid. So they had to use the alleged victim to go in and say, "Oh, he raped me." But her first initial police report was never nothing about rape. And Detective Huey asked her, "Is there anything else?" She said, "No, there wasn't nothing else." Goes do an interview with the T, Chantel Coleman, and then goes back to the detectives and said, "Oh, he raped me. Oh, I found out he raped me. Oh, I just discovered he raped me."
Yes.
What?
Wow.
What? The judge is just biased because she's siding with the prosecutor.
Every time.
Every single time we go into court, she's siding with the prosecutor.
They've
It's not
already
even listening to him. They already made up their minds.
They already painted a picture of him, especially with us having bad representation in the beginning. When you go into these type of situations, especially like with your preliminary hearings and stuff like that, your counsel, your representation is very important in the beginning. They set the tone for the rest of the case. And since we didn't have a proper representation, they actually has set us back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, on one hand, I would say rejoice when you are persecuted for righteousness and when you speak in the truth. Because when you walk in this sort of path, you're going to be hated by many. You're going to be persecuted. It is never going to look like how we think it is. So we're always going to face dilemmas, setbacks, all of that. But it's how we persevere is what sets us apart, and that is what makes him a leader. Because even though through all of this, you still see him standing tall. You still see him teaching. You still see him forgiving. You still see him giving positive energy.
Strength.
He's very strong
and very resilient.
Somebody in the comments said, "Tell us about the drone." I don't know nothing about a drone. What is that?
I don't even
I
know
don't know
what
what they're
that
talking about.
is.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. So again, for the video that you guys want us to play, it's going to show some things that could, definitely, if the world gets a hold of, could possibly, alleviate some of the false prosecutions you guys are saying that is being put on Aaliyah. But for everyone that y'all feel like, because I'm looking in the comments and, some people are saying let him free. Some people are saying keep him in there. It's like you guys said, there are no crimes being committed.
And for the people who are saying to keep him in there, I would say to watch your words, because once you wish on, another person will come back tenfold to you. You're never supposed to wish this on anyone, not even your worst enemy. That's not how it goes down. What you should think about, and what he teaches all the time, is that oneness. We are on this floating rock.
Y'all, I think that comment triggered Aya because she almost hopped up out of her skin. As soon as she heard it, she was like, wait, what? You should never.
In the middle of space. It's called Earth, but we don't know where we are. Nobody can tell us where we are, what we're doing here, why we are here.
Breathing the same air.
We breathe the same air, but yet we attack each other. You're never supposed to wish bad on nobody. It's going to come back to you tenfold.
How much, again, he requires his own media attention whenever he just even speaks, and we want to be able to give him a voice, if anything. How often do y'all speak on the phone? I know you said every day, but as far as if they took his phone privileges away, will he get them back within 24 hours? Does it take a few days? How does this normally go?
Well, whenever we we'll set something up. We'll schedule it. Whenever we hear, we're gonna let you know, of course, because this is something that he really wants to do, is to get the truth out there. So of course, once we know, we're gonna let you know. There's a whole story behind why he's not a cult. He was called a cult by Canada when there was a girl named Kayla Reed, a white girl named Kayla Reed came to, follow him. He let everybody come and just live in his home. They at one point they was just eating his food without even asking. He came in and he didn't know what was going on. There was no order. It was no structure. And so this girl, when she came, I guess her parents wanted her to come home. She did not want to come home. And her parents called all kinds of people, the news. It was very big and international, and they labeled him a cult
Yeah, because
leader.
they don't understand it.
Now, once they labeled him a cult leader, and the news took that and ran with it, now that word is going to be associated with him. But what he tried to do, because people kept calling him a cult leader, he said, fine, you want to call me a cult leader? Let's break the word down, because cult is nothing but a culture. Everybody who is in the United States of America is in a cult.
Yeah,
the police department, they are in a cult. They wear the same color. They have a chain of command. If their commanding officer tells them to do something, they will do it. But you know what? It's ignorance. Because when people see something that breaks away from the norm or goes against the grain, they label it as something bad or try to demonize it.
Yeah,
they've been doing that to us, been doing that to our people for a very long time. So no, he is not a cult leader. He was just a spiritual teacher who went out into nature and allowed people to come to his home and into his life. Yes. And these people brought their problems to him. These people labeled him a cult leader when all he was trying to do was share. That's it.
Y'all, I'm a little lost here because I want to know what Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. 3 God, was trying to share with all of the people that he manipulated, and some that have actually come forward with allegations of manipulation and abuse.
Has there been any other men coming in to assist y'all outside of the, any other men coming in or around to help out y'all or help out Eligio and kind of take charge? Or is it just y'all?
Well, he still handles everything, even from in jail.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? I had just said that Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. 3 God, handles everything, even while incarcerated. Now, the DA is going to actually probably utilize that to further enforce her gag order.
He has friends, acquaintances, people who support him. But as far as taking charge, no, he takes charge. Okay. There's people who still calling him, and he has a better attitude than most people who are not even in jail right now.
Pyramid.
So he handles all of the business, all of the affairs. He is a man who handles everything. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's in there. It's still him. Yeah, he's still him. He's solid. Pyramid.
And I got tree in the back if you into that, yeah, cause I'm a whole damn vibe, get your mood right, ayy. If you get down with that, then you alright. And I got tree in the back if you into that. And I got tree in the back if you into that. I ain't worried at all. All these problems are small. No, I ain't worried at all. All these problems are small.